Welcome to today's reading. So, we are going to look into the person you're thinking about. So, your person's thoughts, if they are thinking about you often or not, like if you're on their mind or not, more of a conscious level. So, we have the piles number 1, number 2, and number 3. So please pick the pile that you feel most drawn to, and it can be based on the stones or it can be based on a number. So whichever pile you feel, just pick it. All right. So we're going to look into the first pile. The first pile, we have the 3 of Cups, the 4 of Wands, codependency, impatience, and be assertive. So I feel like this person does, those of you who chose this pile, those of you does think of you a lot, maybe too much. We had a codependency card, so it does read addictions are affecting your romantic life. So it does give me an impression that they maybe think of you too much on almost, I'll bet way too much. And the patience card, I see that they are really like wanting to hear from you, wanting to see you very often. So it could be, impatience in waiting for your text messages. So getting a very these cards are showing a very strong energy of someone who, want to get a hold of you, want to know what you're up to. The 4 of Wands here, I feel, is about stability. So they also almost like have a need to know what you're up to, or they're thinking about you often, to kind of like bring the safe feeling, knowing that you're with them, and knowing that you're thinking about them as well. So this is in order to like bring you closer, or feel that you're close to each other, and feel that your connection is stable. The 3 of Cups, I feel like this is different. I feel like it's a little bit different for which, like a group of you and another group of you. So for one of those, like for the first group, I feel like it's about like this person is worried that you are like maybe hanging out too much with your friends or other people, that you're not making enough time for them. So they are keeping like, so if you're someone who is very socially active, either online or in real life, they are wondering that you are too much active with your friends or other people, that you do not have enough time for them, and they are, they want to have their most stable connection or relationship with you. So for this, I feel like they are worried about these things, and so they are constantly thinking about you, what you're up to outdoors with others. For the other group of you, I feel that it is that they think of you often, and they really enjoy their time with you. So this is about, having fun with each other. So there's a one is a more negative aspect, and the one is a very like positive, but they're like constantly missing you and wanting to hang out with you. So that is the two things. And the be assertive, I just feel like, actually I feel like they need this card is kind of just saying that they need to be more certain of themselves, is what I feel like, or they want more reassurance from you, like revealing what you're doing. Like you see this angel is holding a mask away, so I feel like they really want to see a lot more clarity of your intentions. They need that from you in order to feel more sure that you like them, or you think of them as much as they think of you. So for those of you who chose the first pile, definitely I think your person is thinking of you a lot. Well, ups. And we have the death card. we have the destiny, free yourself, and success. All right. So for this pile, I feel there's a lot more, spiritual thoughts going on, or like spiritual connections thoughts going on. So I feel like in the moment or in the practical life, let's say that, they are not actively thinking of you. But spiritually, the two of you are very much connected. We had the Two of Cups, which is like the card indicating of a soulmate, and we had the Destiny card. So I feel like those here is much more on a spiritual level. Like you are divinely guided to like being in energetic connection with one another, even if you will not be actively together with one another. So it's still picking up like a two group. So for one group, I almost feel like you have a lot of distance with your person. So it can be a physical distance or just, emotional distance. But in that case, you are very much spiritual connected to one another. So even though you are far away, they do think of you. Not constantly, I don't think so, but there may have been like an ending between the two of you in the past, and like right now you are free from each other, like free in your spirit, but you are like very much on each other's mind spiritually. And the success card, simply I see this as a yes, like a yes type of card. So this person does think of you, even if you are not close to one another, you are spiritually on their mind. So that is for one group of you. For the other group of you, I feel like is more, they do not actively think of you, but they will be actively thinking of you. So that's for a second group. So it's like changing, like it's like their feelings for you are growing stronger. They were more free in their mind before, but through something that happens significantly, like a transformation, which is in the death card, something kind of like revealed to them, like a revelation to them with the Destiny card, that they are like, you are their significant person, and they will be thinking a lot of you. So for this group of you is more like they are turning to think a lot about you from when they didn't. All right. So that is kind of like depending on the situation for the second group. But the answer will still be kind of like yes. So for the third group, we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, forgiving and learning, instinct, and forgiveness. Oh, two cards of forgiveness. Alright, so I feel like this group does think of you a lot, but they are very much thinking of what went wrong between the two of you, rather than just thinking of you being with you like that. It's more like focused on how do we work something out. So with the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like they do think of you in moderation, because this one is still showing like very much in the practical. Like they think of you constant, like not constantly on like every day, but they think of you like they do think of you consistently is the word, consistently, but not constantly. I hope that makes sense. And the Eight of Swords, I feel like it's like sometimes they do not know. It's like they're not knowing what you think. They're not knowing what you think. They're thinking of what you think of them, kind of like that. They're not knowing what you think of them or what you're feeling of them. So there's a lot of like strategic or figuring out, analyzing, these kind of things. So I feel like this person is almost thinking of you in a more negative energy. Not that they're thinking badly of you, but they are thinking of the negative situation that may have been between the two of you, or whatever that is hindering your connection. So they're very like analytic of how things may be, maybe assuming a lot of things. So we had a forgiveness and forgiveness. So forgiveness and learning, meaning that there is something that probably happened between the two of you that they want the two of you, to understand with each other. And there is some kind of like one of you or even both of you need to be forgiving to one another. So they're kind of like waiting for that kind of thing, waiting for a sign, for example, that you still want to be friends or be lovers, or be with them, that there's no hostility there. So there's a not knowing. The instinct card, I feel like, well, it's like they're sensing something is wrong. So even if something is not wrong, so it will again depend on your situation. Even if something is not wrong, they do sense that something with you is not as usual with them. So this is more like they are sensing things, they are feeling things. They may not have the full proof of something, so a lot of their senses. So I would say this group of people, they do think of you on occasionally, like consistently, but not obsessively. I hope that makes sense. And there is something about the two of you need to work something out, probably misunderstanding, or even if someone was at fault. And there's a need to forgive one another here. So that is for the third pile. I hope you liked the reading, and of course, if you like to book a personal reading with me, you have the links in the description box below for my Etsy shop. And of course, if there's any theme or questions, anything that you'd like me to read about and post it on YouTube, you're very welcome in suggesting that in the commentary below. And if you enjoy my videos, I post them pretty much daily. You are welcome to subscribe to my channel. Alright, thank you so much. Take care.